these lawyers are just frauding and putting anything they want basically in the courtroom, and the judges is just allowing this to go on. I honestly believe that both of them should be hold it responsible for this, because you guys, this is you guys' job, and if the judge can't see this or overlook it, I can understand a mistake, but just throughout the years, this continue to overlook fraud is just craziness to me. Like, come on, it's right there in your face. If you can't see that, then I don't know what else we can do to help you guys believe that it's something crazy going on with this case. Honestly, I just want everybody in the world just to keep their eyes open and just watch things that happen, that just like how things unfold, because it's crazy. It really is crazy. These judges, these lawyers.
Jay-Z is making headlines again as a judge has approved his alleged son, Rymir's request to proceed with a paternity case against him. The court has now ordered Jay-Z to officially respond to the filing by July 18th, and guess who's been stirring the pot? None other than 50 Cent. Honestly, it's not shocking that 50 Cent is the one spreading this news. What's more surprising is that Nicki Minaj has joined in. She shared 50's post on X and added, "Is this why he was trending the other day? Ick. To God be the glory." On top of that, there are now claims that Beyonce is allegedly working behind the scenes to block the case from moving forward, just as Rymir's godmother had claimed some time ago.
Beyonce thing came when a friend of mine who knew her, somebody in her camp, and she said something supposedly, this is all hearsay, about regarding saying Rymir needs to go away little boy, something to that effect. There was something out there with the song they made. And then next thing I know, somebody was at my property. Somebody came to my property in the evening time and had a conversation about trying to get in through the back.
But the story doesn't stop there. Several reports now suggest the judge may have greenlit this case because of claims that Jay-Z is allegedly linked to questionable dealings tied to a transportation scheme, which reportedly resulted in the birth of Rymir. There are also claims that Jay-Z has been avoiding addressing these accusations because he supposedly knows the truth about being the father. One thing worth pointing out, Jay-Z doesn't usually back down from legal challenges. For instance, he was quick to deny allegations involving him and Diddy that concerned a 13-year-old. Yet, in this situation with Rymir, he hasn't made a single court appearance. There have been multiple updates in this case, and it's clearly picking up momentum. From what we've gathered, Jay-Z's legal team has been doing everything possible to suppress the case, but it now seems likely that Rymir will finally get the chance to take a paternity test, especially since a judge has reportedly allowed the proceedings to continue. According to court documents, the judge wrote in response to the recent filing in Lily Coley vs. Sean Corey Carter, for the foregoing reasons, the court grants the ex parte application and orders that the defendant's deadline to respond to the plaintiff's complaint be extended to July 18, 2025. It is so ordered. Now, here's what Rymir has claimed for years. His mother, Wanda, allegedly had an encounter with Jay-Z in 1992 at his aunt's apartment in Brooklyn, New York, after Jay picked her up in Philadelphia. Wanda stated that they used protection, but it failed, leading to her pregnancy. Other than a visit from Jay 2 weeks later, they never saw each other again, and she had no way to contact him afterward. Rymir says he learned about this when he was about 8 years old, as his mother told him she believed Jay-Z was his father. At the time, Wanda's live-in boyfriend, Robert Graves, was listed on the birth certificate, but he was legally removed in 2011 after DNA tests confirmed he wasn't the father. Wanda also says she had only been with Robert and Jay-Z. If Robert was excluded, that left Jay-Z as the only possibility. Why now? It's clear that Jay-Z has refused to take a paternity test, and the reason, according to reports, is that Wanda was 16 and Jay-Z was 22 when they were involved, making it a potential criminal issue. This was also echoed by Wanda's godmother, who previously stated, "I got a call from his in-house lawyer, and they were very helpful. We thought we could resolve this privately." They even mentioned Rymir's music talent and discussed whether it was the right time to sign him to Jay-Z's label. But since he had to finish high school, I said no. Then suddenly, different lawyers got involved and their attitude completely changed. I believe they realized the bigger risk for Sean, considering Wanda was underage at the time. You know what makes the situation even more serious? If Jay-Z is confirmed to be the father, it would suggest that he transported Wanda, then 16, across state lines from Philadelphia to an apartment in Brooklyn, New York, where they reportedly had a sexual encounter. That introduces an entirely different legal issue. Years ago, Wanda tried to hold Jay-Z accountable and even filed a civil lawsuit seeking child support, but the case was dismissed because it was filed in the wrong jurisdiction and never resubmitted. At that time, Jay-Z's legal team stated that he had no legal interest in matters regarding Rymir's custody, which made it difficult for Wanda to pursue the case further. That's when Rymir decided to take matters into his own hands. We've seen how that unfolded. According to Rymir, he grew frustrated with the court system, and he believes it was because Jay-Z was allegedly influencing the outcome by financially pressuring his lawyers and even the judges to keep the case from moving forward.
These lawyers are just frauding and pitting anything they doing, anything they want basically in the courtroom, and the judges is just allowing this to go on. I honestly believe that both of them should be holded responsible for this, because you guys, this is you guys' job, and if the judge can't see this or overlook it, I can understand a mistake, but just throughout the years, this continue to overlook fraud it's just craziness to me. Like, come on, it's right there in your face. If you can't see that, then I don't know what else we can do to help you guys believe that it's something crazy going on with this case. Honestly, I just want everybody in the world just to keep their eyes open and just watch things that happen, that just like how things unfold, because it's crazy. It really is crazy. These judges, these lawyers, this fraud, this collusion, who knows what it's for, money or friendships or whatever they got going on. But I can honestly say that we should never go in the courtroom feeling like we're already the victims and we did nothing.
Rymir eventually took the matter to the Supreme Court, but the case was initially rejected due to lack of jurisdiction. The court couldn't reopen decisions from the appeals court or unseal records from the original trial. Rymir then refiled his case with the appellate division of the New Jersey Superior Court. Still, the legal process remained extremely challenging. Jay-Z's lawyers argued that he shouldn't be required to take a DNA test in New Jersey because he neither owned property nor resided in the state. Under these circumstances, Rymir had no legal grounds to compel a paternity test, but recently, Rymir posted what he claimed were receipts showing that Tina Knowles, Beyoncé's mother, acknowledged in her book that Jay-Z did own property in New Jersey during the period in question, potentially undermining the basis for his legal exemption. So, yes, it turns out Jay-Z did have property in New Jersey. And now, after all the back and forth, the judge has officially ruled that the case can proceed. Thousands of people are now standing behind Rymir, hoping he finally gets the answers he's been looking for. This time, Rymir isn't alone. He's receiving public support from figures like 50 Cent and Nicki Minaj. And when it comes to Nicki, she hasn't held back. She recently shared her own expos, reposting an interview conducted by Demurray Hadley, the estranged daughter of Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez. In that interview, Demurray, who is currently suing her mother for allegedly having her involuntarily committed to a mental institution, claimed that Roc Nation targeted Nicki Minaj, suppressing her voice and undermining her freedom of expression. She also alleged that Roc Nation went after Nicki's family, targeting her husband and even her child, and suggested that this should raise concerns among the public.
She has been through some trauma and some abuse with Roc Nation, with Desiree Perez, with other individuals. They've abused her. They've abused of her platform. They've abused of her talents. They've abused of her freedom of speech. They've abused her family. They've attacked her husband. They've attacked her child. And it's sad. It's really sad.
Nicki has been vocal over the past several days. She hinted that she's faced professional sabotage by Jay-Z and those connected to him, which she believes is the real reason behind her limited music releases. She also claimed that someone has been working behind the scenes to strain her relationship with her husband, Kenneth Petty, using falsehoods and leveraging powerful connections to do so. In addition, she alleged that both her social media presence and that of her fans have been shadow banned, damaging her visibility and brand. Nicki even stated that Jay-Z owes her money, And now she's publicly backing Rymir, amplifying the call for Jay-Z to submit to a paternity test given recent developments that might actually become a reality, potentially allowing Rymir to finally find closure. But while many are supporting him, there are also those questioning his true motivations. Does he simply want financial compensation from Jay-Z? Or is he only looking for the truth? Well, based on Rymir's recent comments, this case isn't about Jay-Z accepting him or suddenly stepping into a fatherly role. It's not about repairing lost time, it's about clarity and resolution. This case is mainly about unfair treatment in the legal system. Rymir claims that biased judges and a lack of due process caused his family to lose money through fraudulent court orders. According to him, those court orders are still being used to take money from them, and illegal liens have even been placed on their home. Rymir has made it clear that he isn't after money from Jay-Z. What he truly wants is honesty. In his own words, he said, "I don't want money or anything like that from Jay-Z. I just want him to finally tell the truth to the world." He argues that if Jay-Z really believes he isn't his father and that nothing happened between him and Wanda, then taking a paternity test should not be a problem. If Jay-Z is confident in his denial, why does he keep refusing the test? Rymir wants several major concerns addressed. He believes Jay-Z took Wanda, who was 16 at the time, from Philadelphia to Brooklyn, where they allegedly had a relationship. He also claims Jay-Z's legal team lied in court, but later said they misspoke. Although Jay-Z has publicly denied the allegations in court, Rymir says he once tried to settle the matter privately. What's more concerning is that Rymir says someone tried to harm him after he filed a civil suit. He claims he was shot at and has shared photos of the damage to his car. He also believes something was planted in his vehicle before police pulled him over. He feels that these kinds of intimidation tactics have been used against him and his family for years. Rymir even compared his experience to the one shared by Demurray Hadley, who has accused her mother, Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez, of similar forms of pressure and control. For Rymir, the pattern is too clear to ignore. Now that the court has officially ordered Jay-Z to respond, all eyes are on what comes next. Share your thoughts in the comments. How do you think this case will play out?